All right, you guys are live.
Welcome to Weatherization Day. I appreciate all of you joining us. We are here from Energy Assistance and Milwaukee County Weatherization Programs to share information with you on how to save money and energy in your home. Today we have with us the three weatherization agencies: Social Development Commission, Partners for Community Development, and La Casa de Esperanza. We also have our Energy Assistance Program managers, COO, from Community Advocates, and we may have another entity joining us later. But I'm Cleopatra from Milwaukee County Department of Human Services, Energy Assistance Program Manager, and thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to get into just giving you some information about our program, and then we'll have some time throughout this session to respond to any questions that come in from the Facebook Live or from any submissions on our webpage. But before we get started, give all of our partners an opportunity to say hello to the community and anything else you want to share. Can we start with Patrick Larkin of La Casa de Esperanza?
Sure, thank you, Cleopatra. So I'm Patrick Larkin, the Vice President with La Casa de Esperanza, and excited to be here, and happy Weatherization Day to everyone.
Hello, my name is John Fleet. I'm the Weatherization Director at Partners for Community Development. Our agency services portions of the city of Milwaukee, as well as Ozaki counties through Dora County. And we're excited to be here and to help answer any questions that you might have about our program.
All right.
Thank you.
Maduela Kirkendall, Chief Operating Officer, Community Advocates, also Interim Energy Manager. And again, I echo the sentiments here. Excited to be here. I'm looking forward to giving you information to help you make your heating costs a little more affordable.
Thank you. And Steve. We can't hear you, Steve. Your mute is maybe on. Somehow we lost your sound, Steve, but this is Steve Shupke from Social Development Commission. He runs the program for weatherization with that entity. Again, like we stated, there's three entities in Milwaukee County providing the weatherization services. There's two companies within Milwaukee County providing energy assistance. That's Community Advocates and UMOS. Once individuals can qualify for energy assistance, they automatically qualify for the weatherization benefits. And this year, our Weatherization Day is virtual, but we try to have Weatherization Day every year to kind of spread the word about what savings and support you can get in your home from these entities. So I do see a few questions coming in. We'll give Steve a few minutes to fix his mute so we can, or his sound so that he can come in. Then we'll have him join in as he can. But while we have questions come in, I'm just gonna see if our partners can go ahead and answer those for us. So we have a question for energy assistance. Maduela, what is energy assistance?
Energy assistance is a one-time annual payment to assist you with lowering your heating and cooling costs.
And how do we qualify for energy assistance?
There are several ways to qualify. You could go online at keepwarmmke.org, or you can actually call our call center at 414-270-4653 or 414-270-4MKE.
Oh, I heard you guys too just got the online applications. How can somebody access that?
Yep. The other thing you can do is apply online, as Cleopatra mentioned. You can actually go to Milwaukee County's website, and there is a direct link to the online application.
Nice. And next question, what is the weatherization program?
Go ahead, John.
Sure. Yeah, no problem. So the Weatherization program is a program that was created by the Department of Energy, and our focus is to assess residential home for its energy efficiency with the goal, in partnership with energy assistance, to help make a home more energy efficient with the ultimate goal of saving the occupant money on their utility bills, also making the home more comfortable and safer for the occupants. So we take a full house approach and assess the home and come up with, a list of measures that we can do to improve the home's energy efficiency and safety, and we go ahead and get the work done.
So when someone qualifies for energy assistance, they also get the weatherization benefit. But when we're talking about qualifying for energy assistance, what is that based off of? Does that depend on how many people are in the household? Is it just flat like that, or what? Mathwella, can you tell us what is factored into qualifying somebody for energy assistance?
I mean, some of the things we look at, they look at is the income information that comes in, the number of individuals in the household. We look at your usage. We also look at the unit size. So we look at the number of bedrooms, rooms in the property.
Nice. Okay. And when I'm looking at the energy guidelines, I know there's a myth in the community that you have to just have no money to qualify for energy assistance, but the guidelines even increased a little more this year, and you can make over $4,700 a month with a family of four and still qualify for this program. So you can make a really good wage and still qualify. So I'm just encouraging people to take a look at keepwarmmke.org and see if you qualify. Like Mathwella say, look at the household size and the income, and also the usage in the home. And once we plug that information into the system, it lets us know whether or not someone in Milwaukee County is eligible. Majority of a lot of Milwaukee County residents will qualify for energy assistance. We estimate over 100,000 Milwaukee County residents fit into the income guidelines. So really, like I said, just continue, at least approach the situation. And we have information up about income guidelines at keepwarmmke.org to see if you qualify. And once you qualify, what's an average benefit, would you say, Mathwella?
The average benefit is roughly $350, but there are also other sources of funding that we provide if you're in a crisis situation. So just definitely encourage individuals to apply, whether or not you think you are eligible or not. We can assess that for you.
So when you say crisis, do you mean is that extra support and services, or is that additional dollar benefit that someone can get to their bill?
Yep, so it's going to be actually support in funding as well as services if need be. For example, you need a payment arrangement set up with We Energies. We will work closely with you to get those arrangements set up. And there's also a portion of programs that we can work with you, especially if you're struggling with paying your bill monthly. There are things like a co-payment arrangement that we could work on. There's LIP, there's EIP. We want to strongly, encourage individuals that are struggling to reach out as soon as possible. We can get you guys set up before there's a threat of disconnection.
Awesome. That is great. So you can save on average of $350. I can imagine saving, that is like a big deal, especially today's time where everybody's at home. The kids are having the lights on more often, on the video games, on the computers for school, and all the bills are running up. To save $350 on a utility bill is a good thing that we want to spread the word and let everybody know about that. And again, that's just average. Some may receive a little less or a little more. So it's just really about calling or going online to schedule an appointment to see if you qualify. Now, John, and the weatherization part, as you all were talking about the services for weatherization, what is the financial benefit of that on average? What do people save or?
Sure, I can take that, Cleopatra.
Mm-hmm.
So customers, once again, on average, some will see more, some will see quite a bit more, some will see a little less. There's about $400 a year in this area of the state. Other areas of the state where they use more bulk fuels like propane or fuel oil, it's a little bit higher savings because the fuel is a higher cost fuel. But around this area, it's about $400 annually that they'll save. So when you figure in the first year, if you qualify for energy assistance and then get weatherization services, a customer can save hundreds of dollars a year, between the average $350 benefit for energy assistance and $400 for weatherization, that's a pretty good chunk of change, all for probably an hour or so time investment to qualify and try to get approved for energy assistance. So it's a great benefit for customers out there.
Yes, sounds like. How long have you all been around? Like, there's a question coming in that this is the first time they've heard of a weatherization program. How long has weatherization been around?
Yeah, so the weatherization program has been around for quite a while. Sometimes we fly under the radar. This is why we're having events like this to, promote the work that we do and all the good work that we do in the community. But the weatherization program has been around since 1976, so that's 44 years we've been out there weatherizing homes.
And energy assistance has been around just a little bit around that time, started in 1981. So these benefits are available. They're available across the state, but the providers you see here serve Milwaukee County. We all fall under the Home Energy Plus program that is administered by the state of Wisconsin Division of Administration. So weatherization and energy assistance are providing great benefits to Milwaukee County residents. We heard a little bit about how you apply for energy assistance. How would someone apply for weatherization?
Steve, is your mic on?
I don't know. Can everybody hear me?
There you go.
I hear you now.
All right.
Hey, good to hear you.
As far as applying for weatherization, we are making strides to try to make that an easier process for all of our customers. Whether it's going to agency websites and clicking on for an online application, or just calling us direct and seeing what's going to be the easiest way for you to apply. Initially, when an individual goes in and they receive their energy assistance, they're sharing the weatherization information right with those customers. If the home that you're currently in has not been previously weatherized, they're able to see that right when you go in and get your energy assistance benefit, and they're able to share who the individual partner is here in the community, whether it's La Casa de Esperanza, Partners for Community Development, or the Social Development Commission, on who would be the one to provide that household with weatherization. Now, the beauty of weatherization is that it is at no cost. And we do not want this to be one of those well-kept secrets. This is just something great that we want everybody to be able to share, whether you've received weatherization or a family member, somebody from church, the sweet little old lady down the street. Anybody that's received weatherization, we want you to make sure you're sharing that, with other friends and family and anyone that's out there that could use the weatherization. Important thing to remember about weatherization, we do have repeat customers in weatherization. Typically, once a property has been weatherized through the Home Energy Plus program, it's not eligible for re-weatherization for quite some time. However, we weatherize homes, we don't weatherize people. So if you're a renter, and let's say you've recently moved and you've already had weatherization at a previous residence, however, the new home that you just moved into, you know that it does not have that insulation that you received at a previous residence. There's a good chance that one of the three entities here in the area might be able to weatherize your new home. A quick phone call to energy assistance or to one of the weatherization agencies, they'll be able to look that information up and see if that property qualifies for weatherization again. Love to see those repeat customers because we know you've had a good experience the first time around. We'd love to see you back if that is the case. Between Partners for Community Development, La Casa de Esperanza, and the Social Development Commission, we are all committed partners in providing our customers with weatherization, whether it's our agency that's going to be providing that service or if it's one of our other community partners. We're going to make sure you get the help you're looking for, and we're going to make sure that you're directed to the individual that's going to be able to provide those services for you.
I'm glad you re-mentioned the names of the partners, because when you say you can go into someone's home and do all this work for free, and a company calls me, I want to make sure I know this isn't a scam. So people in the community, just spread the word. Social Development Commission, Partners for Community Development, and La Casa de Esperanza are the funded agencies in Milwaukee County providing weatherization services. And sometimes they may do outreach based off of what the energy application is, just to try to get out there and help those households that could utilize the service. So if you get a call and there's one of these agencies, just know it is not a scam. They are really offering you services at no cost to you. Another thing you mentioned there, Steve, was all the services you can provide, but when is the best time to kind of look to get weatherization services?
Yeah, sure. I'll take that one. So we work year round, and folks think about weatherization and insulation and energy systems usually in the fall or the winter when it's cold outside, which is great. We love this. It's our favorite season. This is when we like to work and we like to interact with our customers. But we work year round and we accept applications year round. So whenever you're ready, whether it's in June, July, August, or January, reach out to your local weatherization agency, either, Partners, La Casa, or SDC, and we'd love to help you fill out an application and assess your home.
Thank you. And for energy assistance, when is the best time to apply for that? Because as we said before, for those who didn't catch the first part of this live, in order to qualify for weatherization services, you need to apply and qualify for energy assistance. So when is the best time to apply for energy assistance, Madwala?
I say there's always a good time, but the best time would be right now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to wait until April to come around. You don't want to be in those long lines and long waiting periods. If you come now, we can get you in relatively quickly.
Nice. So the energy season started October 1st, 2020, and the full season ends September 30th. But it's important for residents to know our heating season ends May 15th. From October 1st to May 15th, you can qualify for the regular benefit. That's that benefit that Madwala talked about earlier that averages between $350 and $400. But after May 15th, Madwala, are we just done providing help after May 15th, or is there other opportunities to get help?
Nope, as I mentioned, there's crisis assistance. So we definitely don't want you to think that there's no help after May 15th. You can come in and we can assist you, assess you for other services. So again, we just encourage you to come in year round whenever you feel comfortable coming in. But again, we encourage you to come in sooner than later.
There's a moratorium on in the state of Wisconsin. Should we wait since we can't get, should people wait to apply for energy assistance since they can't get turned off anyway?
No, again, I again strongly encourage people to come in before that moratorium so that you're not waiting in long lines. We can definitely take more time assisting you and assessing you for other services aside from energy assistance. So no, this is a great time to come in.
Okay, thank you. So let's focus a little bit more on what weatherization provides. Who is eligible? Do I need to own my home to be eligible for weatherization?
I can talk to that, Cleopatra. The beauty of the Home Energy Plus weatherization program is that it doesn't matter if you're a renter or you're a homeowner. It is a no-cost program to be able to weatherize that property. So if you are a homeowner, we can help you out and like John had previously mentioned, making that home more energy efficient. But we also are looking at making sure that the health and safety of the occupants of that home are also being considered when we apply the different things that we do to weatherize that home. Obviously it's a great benefit when a landlord who may have some income eligible tenants in that property, and here again, they apply for weatherization. We're able to come in and provide that weatherization service. The occupants, many times, those renters are the ones paying their own utility bills. And if we can reduce their bills and their cost burden on that household, it's going to be beneficial not only to them, but it's also going to help with the preservation of that structure, which here again, in the long run, is going to benefit that landlord. So we're looking at reducing energy usage, energy cost, the burden of that property on the energy grid. We're looking at this as much bigger than just your portion of what's contributing to energy savings, but that's where we start. We all start with those individual households and saving you money and making your home more comfortable. Now, we also talked about, John had mentioned, we work year-round in weatherization. Keep in mind that the things that we do not only are beneficial if you are heating your home, but there's many, many households that have central air. And the things that we do to keep your house warmer in the winter also help keep your home cooler in the summer. So you're kind of getting those benefits year round by having weatherization come in and perform all those different things that we do.
Thank you. And so what are those things that you do? What kind of work happens when the weatherization program comes out?
Sure, I can take that one.
Okay.
So John mentioned this in one of his previous answers, is that we really look at the house as a whole. It's a comprehensive program when it comes to treating the entire house, not just one small part of the house. So we're looking at things like air sealing, insulation, replacing the heating system, appliance replacements, looking at refrigerators and freezers and replacing old inefficient appliances. We're looking at health and safety items such as carbon monoxide alarms and smoke alarms. We're looking at dryer venting and making sure that's vented to the outside and with hard metal pipe. So if you have it not vented to the outside at all, or if you have the kind of plastic vinyl ducting that goes to the outside, we make sure that's a fire hazard. So we try to make sure that that's replaced with hard metal pipe. So all these things that we do aren't just always looking at energy savings. They're also looking at health and safety. John mentioned that. They're also looking at indoor air quality and making sure that after we leave the house, you're not only saving money, you're feeling more comfortable in your home, you are saving energy, but then you're also feeling more safe, hopefully, in your home, and things have been improved in many different areas.
And that is so important. When people think about energy assistance and weatherization services, it's important to know that this is not just a financial benefit. It does keep your house warm and your family safe. When your home is at the right temperature, it helps with emotional health, physical health, and all of these other things. And you don't have to worry about your loved ones being able to manage their day-to-day life just because they don't have the opportunity to pay their bill. When they get a service like this, the regular benefit from energy assistance, that financial burden is alleviated a little bit. And then adding on that you can get, I know our partners are saying about $400 on average with weatherization services, but when you think about furnace service, repair and replacement, that's an additional cost that, and no cost to the resident, but it really does give you more peace of mind about the health and safety of your family. Did one of you partners want to talk a little bit about the furnace repair and replacement a little more?
Yeah, absolutely. So, and just I'd like to touch on something you alluded to with the health and safety and making the home more comfortable. Another great benefit of our program, you heard Patrick talking about bathroom ventilation and dryer venting. A major benefit of our program does improve interior air quality. So if you have family that struggles with asthma or any kind of other related respiratory, health issues, this is really a valuable benefit of our program. We do take interior air quality, very seriously. It's kind of the core of what we do. And so our furnace program is another really important element of our day-to-day work. So if you are eligible for energy assistance, you are also automatically eligible for our emergency furnace program. So this is a program that provides emergency heat assistance. So if your furnace stops working at any point, all you need to do is contact your energy assistance office, and they will send us your contact information, and we'll be able to send a furnace technician to your home to assess the furnace and either repair it or replace it. So, it gets cold out there, and furnaces are expensive, and so we want to make sure that we're there to help protect you during the long, cold winter. And year round, we do furnace services all year. So.
Do you all install windows? I know windows in our older homes in Milwaukee County are sometimes a issue with keeping heat and our utility bills down. Is there any help with windows through weatherization?
That Cleopatra, that's a great question because we hear that a lot, and something that we do address on a regular basis when our customers ask us that is that when we look at the cost effectiveness of the program, which is something that's very important, we need to make sure that in order to continue to provide the weatherization services to all of our customers, is that we kind of follow the rules. And the rules are set up just because they want to make sure that the things that we do make sense. So it costs so much to do a certain measure, as we say in weatherization. It has to give a certain amount of payback over time. Unfortunately, windows, one individual window is very costly to do, and the amount of energy savings typically does not constitute the replacement of that window. Now, there are things that we do to some of the windows. We may add a sash lock that's going to keep that window closed tighter. We may replace a broken pane of glass, obviously, because we don't want just that open, that open air hole going to the outside. So there are some things. We may do some air sealing around that window or some caulking around the framing to try to stop some of that air infiltration. But unfortunately, windows, just because they are such a pricey item and it's such a small area versus insulating an entire wall, we can insulate an entire wall for way less money than just that small window area. And unfortunately, the program does not replace windows. There are instances, and there are other programs out there that do help with windows. There's programs where it's you're paying for them with loan money with no interest. There's lead programs. There's other programs out there. So if you really do have some issues with your windows and there's small children in the house, keep looking. There are resources out there. Unfortunately, windows are not something we do.
Thank you, and that makes sense. You're focusing on where you can save each family the most money and help keep their homes safer, and save that energy on a longer term as opposed to just installing the windows. And yeah, there are a few other agencies in Milwaukee County that do support installing windows. There are resource lines. You can call 211 for information on that as well, to get more information about other companies out there that may be able to support you if that's the service you're looking for. I want to back up a bit because we're still in a pandemic, right? And we're talking about staying safe and warm, and a lot of us are at home because of the pandemic. Has there been any changes on how you do services and energy assistance and weatherization due to the pandemic? I'm going to refer to Manuela first to kind of talk about energy assistance, and then one of the partners can jump in for weatherization.
Sure. Yeah, so in terms of energy assistance, we've made things extremely simple. So you're not coming into the offices. You can, again, simply apply by phone, and we're processing the applications either via text messaging, email, or snail mail. And again, as Cleopatra mentioned earlier, there's also online applications that you can complete. But again, we're strongly encouraging people to call. They'll schedule an appointment, do everything over the phone. The time seems to be actually shorter to do it over the phone. You're not waiting. And then we also, in terms of if you need to drop off documentation, instead of mailing it, we do have drop boxes at our locations. So that's an option. So we, again, are trying to make this as simple as possible and make sure that people are staying safe.
Thank you. And for weatherization, have any of your practices or the way you do business in weatherization changed due to COVID-19?
Sure, I can take this one, guys. So for the most part, weatherization is trucking along as best as we can, still serving as many customers as we can, with the exception that we are taking precautions to try to be more safe out there in the field, both for the customer's sake and for our workers' sake out there while they're doing the work. So we are increasing, in some cases, wearing personal protective equipment for the staff. And then we will sometimes ask customers to, depending on the agency, to keep a safe distance or to isolate in a room, or sometimes we will put up a barrier to make sure that the customers are staying safe while we do work, while at the same time keeping our workers out there in the home safe as well.
Thank you. Is there anything you would like to say to the community right now about the services that are being provided that we haven't had a question about yet? And Bailey, if we have anything from Facebook, you can go ahead and fill me in on those. But just in case any of you just have things that we need to get out to the community, let's take this time to do that.
Patrick, I would like to say if any of our existing customers are actually with us today or watching this, I would like to say thank you to them for allowing us to continue to do the work that we do. When this first started, boy, I'll tell you, everybody was really uncertain about how things were going to work, and it was all new. But as we interview our customers prior to going out to their home, whether it's the weatherization crew or it's one of our energy auditors to go and do the energy audit on their home, they're asking questions that 6 months ago didn't exist. They're asking if anyone's been exposed to COVID-19. They're asking if it would be possible for the occupants of the home to wear a mask while our representatives are in the home. Very receptive to the fact that we're asking those questions to not only keep them safe, but to keep our workers safe and the contractors that work for our program when their representatives come out to the home to keep them safe as well. And I just want to say thank you to all of our customers for their understanding, and they're working with us to allow our workforce, which is quite substantial throughout the state, to allow us to continue to keep doing the work we're doing and keep the families that work within this program to keep them working by allowing them to come into their home and keep doing the great stuff that our boots on the ground people are doing every day.
Thank you, Steve. That is very important to remember. A lot of families are in crisis right now, and things that they need, we want to make sure they continue to get the services and support. And it is refreshing to know that the community coming together, understanding all the providers are trying to get you what you need, and just offering that patience that we're serving as many people as we can, even during these times. So make sure you don't, miss out on the services. If you leave a message, someone will call you back. We're really trying to make sure everybody is getting served in the community and getting the energy assistance and weatherization services, and thinking about how to keep them safe when they're getting the services as well. I see Anna from UMOS has joined us. Hi, Anna. Miss Anna.
Hi, everybody. I am sorry, I was having trouble, technical difficulties, and I was finally able to join you. But I've been watching you and listening to you.
Our new normal. So if anybody else is just joining us, again, we are energy assistants in the weatherization program under the Home Energy Plus program that's administered by the state of Wisconsin Division of Administration. Included in this program is energy assistance, which in Milwaukee County is contracted, and the services are provided by community advocates. So we have Maduela Kirkendall here from Community Advocates, and also now Anna Ortiz from UMOS, the other agency providing energy assistance. Once someone applies and qualifies for energy assistance, it opens them up for weatherization services. In Milwaukee County, we have 3 agencies contracted through the state of Wisconsin to provide this service. So we have Steve Shuckey here from Social Development Commission, John Fleet from Partners for Community Development, and Patrick Larkin from La Casa de Esperanza. And we're all here today because it is the annual Weatherization Day, and it's our opportunity to really tell people in Milwaukee County how we can support energy savings in their home that will keep them, their families safe and warm throughout the season. Our energy season starts October 1st, ends September 30th. Heating season starts October 1st, ends May 15th. Throughout the season, you can get an energy assistance benefit, on average about $350 to $400, as well as a weatherization benefit that's around $400 as well. If you add on additional furnace and repair, it can be over $3,000 to $4,000 in additional savings to Milwaukee County residents with these services, keeping their homes safe and warm. Through COVID, entities are taking special precautions to make sure their workers as well as the residents being served are safe. The Energy Assistance Program has moved to doing non-traditional ways of supporting Milwaukee County residents. We're doing applications over the phone, sometimes doing correspondence through mail and text and email, and really working with each individual customer to see what's the best way for us to help you process your applications quicker in Milwaukee County and get you to access to those additional services like weatherization and crisis benefits. So this this Weatherization Day event, again, happens annually. Normally, we have you come out to our locations. Obviously, COVID-19 tried to put a halt on that, but we didn't let that happen. We came together for this virtual event. This Facebook Live is just one part of that virtual event. If you've clicked into the Facebook Live directly, just want to give you some more information. If you go to keepwarmmke.org and click the Weatherization Day banner, it will give you access to our full virtual resource fair. In our resource fair, you will find multiple entities there to help you. We have information on if you need help with your rent or with your mortgage. If you want more information about COVID signs and symptoms and what to do if you're experiencing that, We Energies have some information on there. They're a really strong partner with us with energy assistance and weatherization. They help us make plans to get more affordable services out to Milwaukee County residents. So they have some information on there as well for you. The Aging and Disability Resource Services booth also has additional information, but because this is Weatherization Day, I would like the weatherization partners to just talk through some of the things that we can find if we go to the virtual fair that's included for weatherization services.
Yeah, sure. So once you make it to the Weatherization Day webpage that we created, you'll find, as Cleopatra said, a whole host of kind of tents to choose from where you can, kind of scroll through and peruse the different resources that are available. And under our weatherization tent, we can lay out some basic information about our program. And that'll include just kind of a basic welcome to weatherization, broad overview about the program. There's going to be some videos about commonly installed measures that Patrick talked about a few minutes ago. Wall insulation, attic insulation, light bulb replacement, refrigerator replacement, and what to do, what to expect when we send an energy auditor to your home. It's a complex process, and homes are complicated. So, Patrick created a video to really take us through that step by step. And then we also included some resources to help you take some actions yourself to make your home more energy efficient. That's some information about air sealing attics and making sure you change your furnace filter. And then Steve made a really great video about common health and safety issues that we address as a weatherization program, and how energy efficient lighting actually impacts your energy bill. So there's a lot of information out there, and we really hope that you take your time and take a look.
Are these things what people can do by themselves? Any of those things you mentioned?
Absolutely. I mean, changing a furnace filter is something that almost everybody can do and should be, making a routine of doing. Most people should be able to replace old light bulbs if you're capable to do so, or to operate a setback thermostat. So yeah, there are steps that you can take yourself to improve the energy efficiency of your home. Like I said, whether that's making sure that you change your furnace filter, update your light bulbs, seal up any holes that you might see that might lead to your attic, or even just the basic weather stripping and plastic on your windows. All those make a big difference.
Thank you. For the energy assistance providers, are there things that you recommend people doing to keep their utility bills stable throughout the year, even during the moratorium?
Well, one of the things Madonna had already spoken, I guess it's my turn. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can try to keep everything disconnected, everything that we're not using, like our cell phones or chargers or things like. We tend to leave the phones connected in there and leave the wires plugged in. That pulls energy. So just keeping them disconnected, and when we're not using them, turning the lights off and things like that. Madonna, you have anything to add to this?
I think you've said a lot. I mean, I just, again, think I would encourage individuals, if you feel yourself getting in the rut or you see in the near future there are going to be some struggles with your bill, to reach out to us, reach out to Weatherization, and kind of get prepared to set up a payment plan or work with us to figure out how we can maybe put you on a co-payment arrangement so that we can assist you so that you're not facing disconnection.
What would you suggest for medically needy individuals that may be facing disconnection? Are there any supports for that population?
Definitely, always. We always have some really good programs, especially we have to assess each case based on what's going on in there. If they have a large bill and they're facing disconnection, we can help them with that down payment to prevent the disconnection and help them to get into a plan of payments with We Energies. If the usage is too high for their income, and they need additional help, we can set something that is called a copay, which is like a contract that we do with the customer, a 6-month contract in which we pay the down payment for them, and then they will pay part of the monthly budget, and we will pay part of it to help them for 6 months so that they can create a plan and bounce back out of the situation. And it's a big help. We Energies works with us pretty well in helping the customer with a big probability to forgive some of the big balance if they have a big balance, if they just are consistent with the payments on a monthly basis.
Thank you. And another way We Energies helps is for those individuals with high medical needs, they will work with customers to get information from their primary physician to see if a waiver could be granted to continue services depending on what that medical need is. So if you have a loved one that is experiencing utility crisis and feels like their medical needs should provide some support to getting a little bit of ease in paying that bill, it's good to call We Energies directly to ask the questions of what are the next steps to see if they qualify for a waiver. The waivers are not permanent from my understanding, but they do work with Milwaukee County residents to help people who need utility services on for their medical benefit to stay connected. It's all about having those conversations, paying your bill as much as you can, even if you can't pay the whole bill throughout the full year, because that helps the energy providers, the utility companies really work with you on an individual level to ensure that you can stay connected. So I'm just checking our Facebook Live to see if we have any other questions come in. But if there's anybody on the panel who wants to offer additional information, feel free to do that before we move forward.
Patrick, I just want to talk a little bit about the laundry list of items that Patrick went over before. He gave a pretty extensive list of things that the weatherization providers can provide in a home. And the reason I want to really stress the can provide is that every home is an individual. It's not a blanketed approach. Our highly skilled and trained energy auditors come in and do a comprehensive analysis, performing a lot of diagnostic tests and doing a lot of measuring and observation using infrared cameras to look at the energy efficiency of each individual home. We can come into a home that may have received some weatherization years and years ago that may have been somehow damaged or removed over time, or maybe a customer was in a position where they were lucky enough financially to be able to maybe do some energy saving retrofits on their own, but yet didn't quite finish it, and yet now they're in the unfortunate situation where they're able to qualify for the program, and we're able to get in there and finish up maybe what had already been started. This individual approach that we do, there is no cookie cutter. Your next door neighbor may have a very similar home, but every house is different. The things that we come into one home and may do, maybe the customer's home we're coming into, maybe they were lucky enough to purchase that nice new stainless steel refrigerator that is energy efficient, but yet their neighbor across the street has some really old, very energy inefficient refrigerator that does qualify for replacement. Now here again, we're not going to replace that energy efficient stainless steel refrigerator, but we are going to replace the one across the street. Every home is different. Everything that we can provide, our energy professionals are doing everything they can, and these guys got some big hearts, I got to tell you. They're always trying to see what they can do in that home to make sure that they are applying maximum efforts to making that house as energy efficient as they can, making sure that the indoor air quality is the best they can make it, and that the health and safety items that are available and that can be applied to that residence are applied to that residence. So, not having those expectations, that is a great way to go into the program. So anything that auditor is able to do in that home, it's going to be a plus. When they come out to do that energy audit, that is a great time for customers to ask questions. Let them do their job. You don't want to keep them from their focus. Their focus is really to get that analytical information to really break down that house and see where those efficiencies can be brought in. But ask the auditor. The auditor will be able to answer those questions. They are very technical, very well versed in weatherization and what it's able to do for our customers.
Thank you, Steve. We have about 10 minutes left, but we have a question about oil and propane. We talked a lot about We Energy's natural gas and electricity. Does the Energy Assistance Program or the Weatherization Program offer any support to people with oil or propane? So Energy Assistance, if you want to speak to that, Anna?
Of course, yeah. That's what we do. I mean, homeowners or tenants, if they don't have any oil, we need, of course, the first thing we need to do their application, their energy application. Then if they have no oil or they're pretty close to 20% of the tank, we will do the first filling. That's what we call a crisis. And we will contact that oil company for them so that we can make the order for them and submit that crisis on their behalf and get the benefit for them like right away. Yeah, we treat them as crisis. Basically, it's like a no-hit situation. We work very close with weatherization agencies because one of the challenges, one of the issues that we see with houses who use oil and propane is that sometimes we find it necessary for them to switch to natural gas, and we usually refer them to the weatherization agency, which is another thing for them to talk about.
Yeah, we love it when we can switch our customers from oil or propane to natural gas. As Patrick said earlier, fuel oil and propane are far more expensive for natural gas than natural gas, and they will be for the foreseeable future. So we do what's called a fuel conversion. So if there's natural gas available running down your street, which if you live in Milwaukee, it is, then we can go ahead and run a gas line to your home and install a natural gas appliance. And that, may be expensive up front, but it will save a ton of energy and cost savings in subsequent years. So, if you're using a bulk fuel like oil or propane, contact Energy Assistance, and if you qualify, make sure you give us a call, because we'll make you a priority, because that those fuel savings are substantial.
So you spoke about the conversion costing a little bit. Who pays the fees for the conversion?
Yeah, the weatherization program, that would be covered under the cost of our program.
Amazing. So
this is a no-cost program to our customers. If you have any kind of questions, I know sometimes these things sound too good to be true, get on the phone, talk to Energy Assistance, get on the phone, talk to your weatherization agency, talk to your neighbors that may be participating in the program. You won't see a bill from us.
So one thing I think Steve spoke on about, comparing with other people that may have different energy abilities. I did get a question about the conversion. One of the ladies said, well, my neighbor across the street got it and they didn't have any other savings. I think that goes back to what you were speaking about, Steve. Every household is not the same. If just because that family didn't see the savings that you would like to see in your home, that does not mean you may not see bigger savings. So it's always good to have that contact one-on-one for your residents to see what kind of benefits you can get from the weatherization program, correct?
Well, Cleopatra, one of the things that's really important for customers to remember is that from year to year, energy usage may remain the same, or the energy usage may drop when we've had an opportunity to come in and perform weatherization. However, the cost of that energy may go up. So if a customer and we've had this in the past where somebody has called the following year saying, hey, I had weatherization last year and I'm looking at my bill and my bill's the same as it was last year. And I said, yes, but did you look at your energy usage? Have you changed how you live in the home? No, we haven't done anything different. The kids all have their TVs on. We always got a video game going someplace. And we're, using our home the way we always have. We haven't changed our lifestyle. Okay, so your bill didn't go up. It's remained the same. Yes, that is energy savings when there's been an annual increase in energy costs. So it's important, too, to remember that. But then, with that, it's like, well, what now as a homeowner, or is it, that energy bill that you're seeing, what are you doing to try to help yourself? So it's important, too, to look at how don't expect us to create all the energy savings for you. Some of it's got to be on you. You've got to want to try to reduce that bill. Challenge yourself. Try to challenge yourself to see, hey, what can we do ourselves to make sure we're trying to do what we can to keep those energy bills down. Nobody likes a big energy bill, including myself. So do what you can within your own household just to try to keep those energy bills down.
And focus on safety, too. I know that from time to time we hear stories about people using their ovens to heat the home. What do you all think about heating homes with ovens?
Yeah, so Cleopatra, customers should absolutely avoid heating their homes with ovens. It can be a major carbon monoxide issue. It could also be a fire issue. So customers really want to stay away from that. And that's really when they want to reach out. If they're having some kind of problem with their heating system, or primary heating system, they're going to want to reach out to Energy Assistance, which then can hopefully they can be eligible and utilize the emergency furnace program, as John talked about and as you talked about.
Thank you. We talked a little bit about connecting with your weatherization agency and how La Casa de Esperanza, Partners for Community Development, and the Social Development Commission serve Milwaukee County. Is Milwaukee County the only areas you serve?
No, this is a statewide program, and in fact, the weatherization program is a nationwide program. So there are various agencies throughout the state that serve individual counties. And Partners, for instance, our service territory is from North Milwaukee all the way up through Door County.
Is this the same for, thank you, John, is this the same for SDC as well as La Casa de Esperanza?
Well, SDC's weatherization, we operate as far as SDC just in the city of Milwaukee. However, I cannot continue to stress enough the partnership that we have, not just between the three of us, but all of our weatherization operators throughout the entire state. We've got weatherization operators that are very close to us. When we start talking about Racine and Kenosha County, we talk about Rock and Walworth County, Washington County, Dodge County. Those partners, even someone within those areas may see this video. They may see a phone number for Milwaukee County. If they were to call it and they got a hold of us, and we were able to look them up in the system, here again, even though they're outside of our immediate area, we're still going to give them some direction and help them along. That's the great thing about the weatherization network throughout the state. We all work so closely together to make sure that this program continues to be successful, that customers are continuing to be served, and that we're all working together for one goal, and that's to reduce that energy usage and that energy cost to our customers.
Yeah, and then La Casa services, besides for Milwaukee County, La Casa services Waukesha County and Jefferson County. So like Steve mentioned and John mentioned, if anybody knows anybody outside of the Milwaukee County area, there's another agency that can definitely provide weatherization services and energy assistance services as well. So obviously not just limited to Milwaukee County.
Yeah, and if you're ever trying to find out who your weatherization operator is or learn more about the program, the Energy Assistance and Weatherization website for the state of Wisconsin is www.homeenergyplus.wi.gov. And then if you follow a few links within that site, you'll be able to find out who your weatherization agency is.
And because the front door to weatherization is the Energy Assistance Program, if you've already scheduled or you're thinking about scheduling an appointment at keepwarmmke.org, once you're with your energy specialist, they'll be able to also direct you to which weatherization provider is serving your resident based off your zip code. So if you don't remember after today, I don't know specifically what areas SPC, Partners, or La Casa Esperanza serve. Don't fret, because to get into those services, you will be served by one of our local energy assistance agencies, and the specialist will be able to direct you to the partner that's aligned with your residents. I do want to thank everybody. We're kind of getting up on time for our live. I do want to thank everybody that's on the panel today. But before we close out, I just want to recap that Weatherization Day is an annual event to spread awareness about the weatherization services across the nation. In Milwaukee County, we celebrate, and across the nation, we celebrate Weatherization Day on October 30th. This year, due to COVID-19, we are coming to you virtually at our weatherization virtual resource fair that you can access by going to keepwarmmke.org and clicking the banner at the top of the page. It'll give you access to multiple resources available to Milwaukee County residents, and also access to this live that you're seeing today, which will be recorded and able to be seen a little bit later. In addition to the virtual resource fair, tomorrow we have a grab and go event at two of the local energy assistance locations. So from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday, October 1st. There'll be an event in the parking lot at Community Advocates located at 4906 West Fond du Lac Avenue, as well as at UMOS located at 2701 South Chase Avenue. During this event, residents can expect to get packages, pre-packaged bags with light bulbs, energy efficient light bulb, weatherization winter kits, some little treats because it is Halloween, and other resources from the Energy Assistance and Weatherization Program as well as some of the other partners that have joined in this event to make sure we are getting information out to the community. Those weatherization kits and light bulbs are while supplies last, so don't wait. Come on out to the event as early as you can. We start at 9 a.m. and at 1 p.m. The radio station 98.3 will be there from 10 to noon, and they'll also be raffling off Amazon tablet at each location. Mind you, due to COVID, even that event includes social distancing for safety. So we ask not to walk up to the radio vendors or directly up to any of the specialists working the event. They will have the bags pre-packaged and have their mask and be able to deliver those safely to you. If you're driving up, stay in your car. They'll give it to you at your window. If you're walking up, stand the distance, wear your mask, so everybody stays safe and healthy through this event and are able to still get the information needed to support your families. Before we go, I just want to go ahead and let each panelist say again your name, what company you are from, and the agency as we close out, so people have a little bit of a reminder who was here helping get the information out to us today. So if we start on my screen, the upper left is Steve from STC.
Well, I just want to say thanks for letting me be part of this. I think this was great to be able to get this information out, and I just want to assure everybody just to make sure that you have that trust and that assurance for all of the agencies here and the programs that are underneath that Home Energy Plus umbrella. When you see the Home Energy Plus umbrella, know that we're here. We're here to help customers. That we're all in this together, and that and we're here to serve. And please have the trust in us, and that we're not out there. It's not a scam, and we're not out there to charge anything, and it's free for the help. So make sure you look for the Home Energy Plus, and we're there for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and as Steve kind of alluded to as well, a lot of what we do is not only working at people's home, but educating people about their home, because homes are complicated. So, if you have questions about your home or energy efficiency, please feel free to reach out. We can't help everyone. We can't help everyone at once, but we are here to serve you. So, I'm John with Partners for Community Development, and I'm really excited about this event today and happy to be here.
Thank you. Patrick?
Yeah, so once again, I'm Patrick Larkin, the Vice President of Weatherization at La Casa de Esperanza, and just want to say thanks to everyone on the panel, thanks to all the customers out there. It's been a great event, and we look forward to serving everyone out there.
Thank you. Maduela from Energy Assistance.
Maduela, Community Advocates. Again, I echo everyone's sentiment. We're here to work together. We want to make sure this experience for you guys is as simple and easy as possible. And we definitely look forward to seeing you all out tomorrow in person.
Thank you. And Anna from UMOS.
Hi, this is Anna Ortiz from UMOS Energy Assistance. Thank you very much for the opportunity to be here. I hope to see you guys at the event tomorrow, everybody. I mean, we're not partners, and why not? Well, enjoy it, and please remember to apply for energy assistance. There's no shame on it. It's tax money that you have already paid, your hard work that you do. Use it. We're here for you. Thank you.
And there's funds available. You don't have to wait until your bill is delinquent. If you qualify based on your income and household size, you will get the benefit of energy assistance, weatherization, and crisis services. To apply for energy assistance, you want to visit keepwarmmke.org. You can schedule an appointment right online or complete your application online there. If you feel like you need assistance with scheduling online, you can also call 211, 24 hours, 7 days a week to get assistance with scheduling. Otherwise, you can call our call center at 414-270-4653 during regular business hours. We are experiencing really high volumes, and that's good for us. We want you all calling. But go ahead and leave us a message. We'll give you a call back within 48 hours to address your needs. We are all have an impact from COVID-19. So sometimes our callers may receive blocked caller IDs or private numbers. Please answer the phone for those calls because it might be your energy assistance specialist trying to reach you. I just want to put that out there. Again, we're here to serve you. Go to Keep Warm MKE for more information on how to schedule or complete your application, and also to peruse around our virtual resource fair that's online today and tomorrow for the Weatherization Day. And come on out and visit us at 4906 West Fond du Lac Avenue or 2701 South Chase Avenue tomorrow, October 31st from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Hope to see you all there. And thank you for taking time to visit our live.